Namaskar, Adab, Shastra Kal aur Khushamadid. Very, very good evening to all of you people. This is your Master DJ Harsh PM who is going to talk about what is the difference between GRE and GMAT. If you are a student who is studying in a college and wish to go outside of India and have your master's degree, MTech degree or MS degree or MBA degree from out of India, then which examination you should focus, which is better for which kind of degree, that I'm going to tell you in today's session. I'm going to give you an entire complete detailed analysis about GRE examination and GMAT examination and what are the costs associated with it, what are the opportunities associated with it, how many times in a year you can actually attempt this examination, the pattern of this examination. All of these details I'll be telling you in this today's session. So let's get started without wasting much further time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel, and we do have Telegram channel as well where we propagate a lot of informational and useful stuff for absolutely free of cost. You can just subscribe to the Telegram channel as well. Link is in the description box. Here we go. Now, first of all, so most popular examinations for studying abroad for master's degree is GRE and GMAT. These are the two most popular examinations which almost 90% of the universities across the world do accept as an entrance criteria. Now, what is the difference? So first of all, as the name is different, the name GRE stands for Graduate Record Examination, GRE. For GMAT stands for the Graduate Management Admission Test. So here, this name itself has an emphasis over management. Here it's Graduate Record Examination. So the name is itself a plain Graduate Record Examination. No emphasis over management kind of thing. And from here onwards, you would have a persona or you'll have a mindset that, okay, this examination is a little more inclined towards management aspirants, those who are planning to do a management degree from abroad. This is probably might be better for them. This might be for all other graduate examinations, but this is just an assumption. Let me give you the entire detail. So next is examination duration for GRE. It's 1 hour 58 minutes, just 2 minutes less than 2 hours. This is 2 hour 15 minutes. So this examination is 17 minutes extra plus 17 minutes for GMAT. Now this is being conducted by ETS, Educational Testing Services. This is conducted by GMAC, Graduate Management Admission Council. 5 years score validity, 5 years score validity. CBT and paper-based test both are available. So paper-based test is also available in GRE, but here it's only CBT. Both medium of instruction is English. Here the score range varies between 260 to 340. Now it depends on the difficulty level. So so there are basically two sections. In the first section, if you have done well, the second section would be harder compared to the first one, because if you have done well, if you do vice versa, then the same would happen. Similarly, here GMAT also is 205 to 805. Here also the examination pattern is as the same as SAT. If you do the first question correctly, the second question will be a little harder. If you do second wrong, third question will be a little easier. But if you do a right, then again a harder one. So like that. Now moving forward, GRE is accepted across 90 countries, 90 major countries, including US, Canada, UK, China. Most of these developed and developing nations, they accept GRE. Similarly, GMAT is also accepted by most of the countries. The countries' number might look bigger, but it's almost the same. The major countries do accept GMAT as well. Okay. Now moving forward. Now, so test intent. So this is basically GRE is for your overall aptitude. For a graduate person who is having a graduation degree should have this basic minimum aptitude that is being tested by GRE. Now this is measure of very sorry. So GRE is basically having two sections. So GRE examination has two segments. First is GRE general test and second is GRE subject test. Now a candidate might appear for both the examinations, or even if he chooses to appear only for one of the examination, that is also fine. Now GRE general test is mostly intended for your overall aptitude assessment, but GRE subject test is intended towards getting the depth of your subject knowledge. So basically, if you are going to apply in Stanford University, but in Stanford University you're going to apply for MS in mathematics, then Stanford would be asking you GRE subject test. But in that same Stanford University, if you are applying for masters in business administration or masters in people management, something of that sort, then they would be asking you GRE general test. Because Masters in Business Administration is not a subject specific domain. It's a general management course which you are trying to pursue there. So now, I think you would have got a better differentiation idea that this is primarily for subject related specific master's degree. And this is for a generalistic degree, like kind of a holistic aptitude assessment. Now, test fee here, it is 22,550 rupees, means $220 converted to Indian national rupees. Here it's 150 US dollars, converted is 14,500. Now, number of sections and subject, this has got 3 sections in management: verbal aptitude, reasoning aptitude, and one is essay. Here it has got only 1 section, that's the subject specific domain. Skills assessed, analytical writing, verbal reasoning, and quantitative reasoning. These are the 3 segments. Here it's subject specific. Test duration is 1 hour 58 minutes. Here the test duration might vary from 2 hour to 2 hour 50 minutes, depending on the paper or the subject which you have chosen. Okay. I hope you got the idea. Now moving forward, what is GMAT? Now the few more differences. So GMAT examination centers are almost in all major cities of India. Fee for Indian students, so 22,500, but here the GMAT fees is little on a higher side, 25,196. Structure, here we have 3 sections: verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, and analytical writing. Now, analytical writing is not considered for your marks evaluation. I'll tell you later. So there are 3 segments. Here again they have 3 segments: verbal reasoning, quantitative reasoning, and data insights. So now the first 2 are same for both of them, but the third one is a writing section here, but here the third segment is a data section. Okay, so this gives an idea that this examination has a little more emphasis over a mathematical part: data insights, quantitative reasoning. Here the mathematical part is restricted only to quantitative reasoning. That's it. So this has got a more, a less data driven or a less mathematical background. Here it's a little more mathematical thing. Okay. Now moving forward, official website is www.ets.org. Here it is www.mba.com. Okay. Now moving forward, next is, so analytical writing in GRE, it has got like 1 essay which is of 30 minutes. This is evaluated separately, not included in the total GRE score. This I was talking about. This analytical writing is not included in GMAT. Okay, so in GMAT you don't have to do any writing kind of thing. It's only the like MCQ kind of questions that you have to solve. Quantitative reasoning, section 1. So now here GRE has all the sections, all the parts, all the sections also divided into further subsections. But this does not happen in GMAT. So in GMAT, like in quantitative reasoning, GRE has got 2 sections, section 1 and section 2, with 12 questions and 15 questions, 21 minutes, 26 minutes allotted for them. But here in GMAT, what happens? You get only 1 section, that is quantitative aptitude or quantitative reasoning. Here you get 21 questions altogether with a 45 minutes timing. So they don't have further bifurcation of subsections. Okay. Now next is verbal reasoning, section 1 and section 2, 12, 15, 18, 23. Here they have 23 questions flat with 45 minutes. Cool. Now moving forward, data insights, this is not available here. Data insights, they have 20 questions, 45 minutes. Fine. So I hope you would have understood that they have altogether 135 minutes, means 2 hours 15 minutes of examination. Plain and simple. They have pretty deep bifurcations: section 1, section 2, section 1, section 2, and then an essay section. Now moving forward, so here if you'll see in GRE you have 50% weightage and 50% weightage for, this is the data like the entire quantitative aptitude wala segment, and this is logical reasoning wala jo ye wala segment tha, verbal reasoning segment. So this verbal reasoning has got 50%. The mathematical part, the quantitative reasoning, has got 50%. But here this data analytics part has got 33%. This quantitative reasoning part has got 33%. So altogether the mathematics part is around 66%. And remaining 1/3 goes with the verbal reasoning. So that is why I was saying that GMAT has got a little more emphasis over the mathematical part. And those people who are strong in mathematics do prefer GMAT, or those who are willing to go for such type of particular data driven courses, they should go for GMAT. Okay. Now moving forward, GRE is calculator is allowed, on screen calculator in the quantitative reasoning section only. Here the calculator is on-screen calculators only permitted on the data inside section. Here they are not allowing it for quantitative reasoning section. Okay. Paper attempting. So in a year you can the analytical writing section is always the first part of the test. So here the order in which you will be able to attempt the test is fixed for GRE. But in GMAT, you get a chance to select the order in which you want to attempt the paper. So that's a flexible part, that in GMAT, you get that flexibility, that in which order you want to attempt the paper. Now moving forward, score scale for GRE, it's 130 to 170. Analytical writing is 0 to 6. That makes your entire score for 240 to 260 to 340. Now on GMAT, the score range is 60 to 90. Now moving forward, the total score range which you have got in these two, you get a 260 to 340 score range. Here the 60 to 90 score which you will get, that converts to 205 to 805. Okay, both the test does not have any negative marking. Now moving forward, the pattern how it goes on. So in GRE there are two sections you would have seen here. I had shown you here, section 1, section 2, section 1, section 2. So what happens that if you perform very good in the section first, then your section 2 will be harder. But in GMAT what happens that there is no section at all. So what happens that if you have performed well in the first question, the second question will be harder. Now if you perform well in second question, then third will be more hard. Then it keeps going on. And that is why here the level changes according to your answer in every question. But here it changes according to your sections. I hope you understood that. Now moving forward, here there is no upper age limit. You should have a valid passport, then you are allowed to take this examination. But anyone under 18 needs written consent from their parents to take the test. Here there is again no age limit. Anyone above 18 years old can take the examination without any restriction. However, there is a minimum age limit of 13 years old. If you are between 13 to 17, you will need to write a permission from parents. The same thing. Now moving forward, what are the admission criteria or the requirements for GRE and GMAT from the top universities of the world? Like top university, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT. MIT has got a verbal requirement of 158, quantitative 159 and analytical 5.3. You would have seen that this score ranges from 130 to 170 and this is 0 to 6. So out of 6 or out of 170. So out of 170 and this is out of 6. So out of 6 person needs 5.3. Out of 170 person needs 158, 170, 159. So they are very close, almost near to centum, near to 100%, almost there. So this much is required, and this is the requirement by almost all the universities, all the top universities. Stanford, see 159, 158, 4.8. See here University of California, Berkeley, 153, 156, 167. So they have almost the similar range of score requirements for GRE. Now the same university is about GMAT. So in GMAT, Stanford University, the highest is 805. Out of 805, you need 737, 729, 725. So all these universities, and the point which you need to understand here, that not all the universities do accept GMAT. But GRE is being accepted by almost all the universities. So GRE has a better acceptance, better probability of you getting accepted by the universities is from GRE only. Getting it? GMAT is restricted only to by those universities which are primarily focusing on on MBA only or masters in such type of degrees like management, resources, human resources, planning, those type of thing, or data analytics. They only accept for GMAT. Otherwise, they prefer GRE. Okay. Now moving forward, GRE test or GRE general test is held throughout the year. However, a student can appear every 21 days. That makes a 5 times maximum in a year. Same happens for GMAT, 5 times in a month of 12 in a year of 12 months. 16 days minimum leave is required between 2 consecutive examinations. GMAT does not have specific months for the examination. Okay. Now similarly, test is required for why take it. Now this is primarily required by any subject specific courses. For masters or for general administration also, this test is pretty much accepted, widely accepted. GMAT is only for those colleges or those degrees where it is pure general management. No subject specific requirement is catered here. And non-business graduate programs, you'll likely to need take the GRE. For business programs, GMAT would be accepted, but GRE is also accepted. And here we have got a news article also where it says increasing acceptance of GRE scores has led to surge in test takers in India. Most of the people are inclining more towards GRE examination instead of GMAT, okay, because of its wide acceptance. Fine. So ladies and gentlemen, that was all about GRE and GMAT, and I guess I would have given you a fair comparison between GRE and GMAT and which examination to focus on if you are preparing to go for abroad. Although if I would have missed any information, I'm really sorry for that, and I would love to hear from you about the feedback of the session. And if you need any other further details, any other further video, any other further points or topic to be covered by me, do let me know in the comment box. With this, it's myself, Harsh Priyam, saying you all a very goodbye. See you all in the next session. Till then, bye-bye. Take care. Good night.